Today I'm meeting a new friend, Michael Chang, and getting ready to interview him here in Metrotown, outside near the SkyTrain station. It's a beautiful sunny day, November, I don't know, 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. First full week of November. Monday's the 11th, Remembrance Day. Looking forward to being with Roman at his Remembrance Day barbecue, where they will feed many people, providing free haircuts and other good stuff. Maybe I'll get my beard shaved. Anyway, let's get into this interview and see what Michael has to say. He seems like a kind man. Let's go. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm interviewing a man that I'm just getting to meet. I've seen him at different events I've been at, and he is a friend of friends that I have here in Vancouver. This is Michael Chang.
Okay, my name is Michael Chang, and nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too, Michael. Can you tell me a little bit about where you came from and what life was like when you were growing up?
Okay, so I was born in South Korea.
Okay.
And I immigrated to Canada 2006 when I was 41, so you can guess my age.
Okay.
And I think my life in Korea was, just a normal life.
Okay.
I was born in the family as my father was a professor in university for 30 years.
What was he a professor in?
He's a mathematician and statistician.
Okay.
He was very educated, and he is very disciplined about educating his kids. I have two brothers and one sister.
Okay.
So we had a really good family, and family unity was really good. So
okay.
I was lucky enough to have a life, just normal, and being surrounded by the nice people.
So growing up for you, life, you had everything you needed. Was middle class, you would say?
Yeah, a little bit higher than middle class. The professor in Korea was regarded as a very respected job and respected profession. So, and my father was really treat us well.
Okay.
And not only for the financially, but as the personal level, he's been kind of treated with respect, even though he's our own kid. So I was lucky enough to being grown up as that family. So
good childhood.
Yeah.
Good friends.
Yeah.
So positive upbringing.
Yeah, I mean, most of them is very positive because we have a public education in Korea was until high school. So I have elementary school, middle school, high school. Was just a regular student, and not to be kind of known to. So just become a regular, quiet student. So.
Were you born in Seoul or in a smaller town?
I was born in the Cheongju. It's about 1.5 hours from Seoul, so it's kind of a mid-sized city.
Okay.
So now it's about 500,000. So it wasn't 500,000 when I was born, but now it's become a kind of middle-sized.
What was the economy and life like as you were growing up there?
Okay, so when I was young, the Korea economy is not as good as right now, because now is we become kind of a top 10 as economic size, and the GDP and the GDP capita was about top 12, top 11 in the world. So but in 1960s and 70s, we are not as prosperous as current right now, but it was still really nice for grow their kids, and a very safe society. So I was feel lucky to have spend my childhood and my teens and my 20s in Korea. So because I never feel I feel danger or
felt
really
safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you feel anything about what happened in North Korea? What was the feeling like in your lifetime?
You know, the special relationship with North and South Korea is very political, and you know, each government has their own agenda, and but the way kind of looking at the relationship between North and South Korea from the outside and inside is quite different.
Okay.
So when you're from the outside of the peninsula,
Right.
oh my God, you know, South Korean people are so it's about to have a war or anything.
Right.
But in Korea, I don't think not many people really feel really danger about, you know, kind of face each other with North and
Ever.
South Korea.
It always seemed
yeah,
it was
it's kind
okay.
of, you know, kind of peaceful. Okay, you know, there was some news about, okay, there was a, you know, ballistic, you know, test on the missile to somewhere. It's been news for a long time. And when time comes and oh, it was just a test and we don't have a really serious conflict. You know, I think the Korea is the only country in the world right now is a divided country. Now it's the only one is North and South Korea. But
Right.
you know, most of the South Korean people doesn't feel that, you know, dangerous about their situation living in South Korea because they are kind of a booming economy and a lot of people make decent money to, you know, support their family and they're just living.
Maybe the closest similarity is what some people feel about mainland China and Taiwan.
Yeah, it is more complicated probably, you know. The Chinese government is one of the strongest government and they don't care about anyone. So, and it's you know, they always think that Taiwan is a part of their country,
Right.
part of China, but I think the Taiwanese people doesn't feel that way.
Right.
So even though it looks worse in North and South Korea, but actually I think that the relation between China and the Taiwan is more complex.
I've spent a lot of time in Japan, as you know, and spending time there, I've had many conversations with people about the history of Japan and Korea. Some stories that are very unpleasant. Older generation, for the most part, that still has difficulty forgiving, accepting each other. But the younger generation, especially with popular culture like BTS and other things, seem to love each other. They love each other's countries. They go back and forth. What's the experience for you and your family?
Okay, I'm late 50 and about 60 right now, so I consider myself as a, you know, kind of an in-between generation. I'm not really old generation.
Okay.
You know, apparently I'm not a younger generation. So, but when I feel kind of, you know, our take on Japan and Korea is changing every decade. When I was learning about history and oh my God, you know, Japan kind of suppressed and colonized the Korean Peninsula, and you know, all the history is not really present to share.
Right.
But nowadays, I think that we are kind of going into the future with one of the best, you know, economic partnership between Korea and Japan, and I think because of the generation they have actually experienced the you know, colonization of our country in 1930s and 40s, and a lot of them has, you know, they passed away, and we kind of have a new concept between what actually might the relationships you know, benefit for both of countries. So I think younger generation try to looking at the relationship with you know, kind of try to looking at the new perspective about how we look at Japan as our partner. Yeah.
So parking the political policies, some of the things that happened in the past, saying that was the past.
That's kind of a new generation. Always try to more practical about what is best for themselves, for our country to deal with Japan, even China and US and Russia, and because we are the I told you we are the only divided country where there's so many political approach done by other countries, like, you know, Japan and China and even Taiwan, Russia and US. So I think one of the things our government tried to do is what is the kind of the, you know, really one of the best benefit our people can get. because a political game is that's why they call the game. People doesn't care about what relationship with the other countries. They only care about how we support our family and how
Right.
they live and how we approach and how we enjoy our life
Right.
as much as we can, and they don't want to bother by the
Practical
government
matters.
policy. Okay,
Yeah.
because whenever the new leader comes from any country, their main focusing should be about people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, even though we had not really present relationship in North Korea, as long as our economy is booming and people doesn't have to borrow the money from the bank and just survive,
Right.
I don't think many people can actually complain or
Right.
pay attention to international relationship. I know it is important,
Yes.
but unless you can feed your family,
Yeah. There are
sometimes-
practical
Yeah.
realities that are important, and then there are policies that are political, and
Yeah,
they
some
are-
policies that really affect on the people's daily life.
Yeah.
Then they pay attention.
Yeah.
But international relationship is it is very important.
Yeah.
But some people doesn't feel actually, my God, if they have this international relation, it impact on my life or my family, my community. They don't have those kind of the line or link between the actual policy government made
Right.
and my life and my daily life as a family member or an employer they're working on. So it is not easy to define what actual impact on people about the policy government made. So that's kind of personal.
A little bit of a lighter topic. I've spent a little bit of time in Korea over the years. 감사합니다 is about the extent of my Korean.
That's the only thing you need to know in Korea. So, yeah.
I want to ask Michael about his favorite food growing up in Korea, because I'm sure his mom was a great cook. We all know about kimchi because it helps our biodome, it helps our stomach
Yeah.
become healthy. That fermented food, it's all over the world. Barbecue and the culture besides the food. But what was mom's favorite dish for you when you were growing up?
Okay, rice and kimchi is just a basic.
Right.
You don't live without it. But my favorite is kind of barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah. So
Okay.
barbecue and
Barbecue pork or?
yeah, but big pork and beef and even chicken and fried chicken was really popular everywhere in Korea. And also, we have some special food like sushi, a little bit different from the Japanese sushi.
Right.
So, the sushi barbecue is kind of my favorite.
Korean people are wonderful people.
I know, yes, they're really kind and
Very kind.
especially for the eating, eatery and the restaurant. I think Korea is the only country has a broadcast focus only on eating.
Right.
There is 100 different programs.
Right.
Even for the broadcast, even YouTube channel has
Right.
so many YouTube channel focus on the
Right.
food. So this is kind of a way, because the Korea was a poor country even when I was young, in
Okay.
the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
So the eating decent food
Right.
is one of the main goal for
Right.
as your parents, or if you want to support your family,
Right.
they kind of have a criteria about okay, what kind of food we are eating for this
Right.
week or next week
Right.
in general.
Right.
So people get so much attention to the food is being provided for them or food they provide for others. So
Did you have a saying growing up like they do in Thailand and Philippines that they in their languages say, "Have you eaten rice today?" or "Have you eaten food today?"
Yep.
As a before even hello.
it
It's-
means how are you?
Yeah.
Okay, you have you had a good food or have
Yeah.
you had rice?
Right.
That means how are you? Or hi or
Right.
what's up? It's a very similar meaning.
When you were young growing up, was there somebody, as you reflect, that was very important in your life, that said something to you, did something one time as a pattern that influenced you? Because we're coming up to the question about how you came here.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear stories of your growing up or things that come to mind that might inspire somebody else.
Yeah, I think that my father was, he's my father and friend and mentor. He was an educator for a long time. And because he always said one thing, if you are kind to someone,
Right.
it always has a boomerang effect. So it always comes around. And
Right.
so this kind of a motto I have for when in my position, I have so many meetings and, the event. And you don't have to show yourself.
Right.
Yeah, because when you meet a new guy and okay, I'm this kind of a guy and I'm doing this one, that one,
Right.
you don't have to.
Right.
But if you try to be a kind to
Right.
somebody else, it always comes back to me. So
That was important
Yeah.
growing up.
I know.
You have carried that with you.
Yeah, I try.
You didn't want to become a professor like your dad?
I'm not that smart, compared to my
Come
father.
on.
No, so I think he was a mathematician, so he majored in statistics. So, and it always because when he was young, he didn't have any other choice. Study hard because my grandfather wasn't that rich or
Okay.
it's maybe poor compared to the when I grew up as my father as a professor. So, and he did his best. He studied about maybe 15-20 hours per day for his better future. So, but when I grow up, and my family was okay. So, okay, if I don't really study hard, I can be broke. I don't have to worry about those parts. But when my father was young, he is the only one who go to university because he has about 6 or 7 siblings. So, and he did his best so he entered one of the top universities, Seoul National University. So, and I think he's doing, to support his family and try to be a kind of responsible citizen being as a professor and as a student, as a teacher, as a mentor. So I always respect what he has done.
Chang a Korean name?
Yeah, it's very similar to Chinese name.
Similar,
Yeah.
but it's also Korean.
Yes, Korean.
Because your father was born in
Korea, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Why did you come to Canada when you were 41?
Yeah, 41, and I think I studied briefly in U.S. in the 1980s, and about 2 or 3 years, and when I got married in 1994, and I have one boy and one daughter, so and I was so busy doing all the business, and
What were you doing?
I was working as just some of the company. Also, I support kind of community work and in Korea. So it's been really busy, and sometimes I didn't have enough time to see my kids because I have to go to maybe early in the morning and finish up my work and late night sometime almost every day. And my wife suggested me, just casually at the beginning.
Yes.
Maybe let's immigrate in U.S. or Canada. It was kind of top 2 options we have. So maybe we can just apply for immigration and how it goes.
So in Korea, you were doing community
works,
support.
and also I was full-time job, and so I was quite busy.
You were busy in
Yeah.
various business.
Yeah.
Were you focused in one area or?
Because I was working as one of the big computer company in Korea, and also I work as a trading company, and I did some the community work, supporting seniors, and so it's been
Full plate.
yeah. It's
So your wife is thinking, if we immigrate, maybe you will have less stress.
Probably
less
spend more time
busy.
with the family, and so we applied in I think early 2000, I believe.
Okay.
And we kind of waiting.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Early 2000s, so about 20 some years ago. Then,
20.
yeah, because I immigrated
25 some years ago.
2006, so early 2000. And I applied, and just when you apply for the immigration, just wait about 1 or 2 years, and because they have a kind of processing time. for
Numbers
everything, yeah. So then the 911 happened during my waiting time. So they kind of stopped taking any
New.
immigrant for about 1.5 years. So
Right.
perhaps I was totally forget about Canada.
Okay, we go back to work.
Yeah,
We stay
so,
here.
yeah. Then in 2005, I got the official letter from the immigration of Canada. You are accepted as a permanent resident. So I came. So that was 2005. So during the summertime,
Okay.
and I have about 2 weeks vacation from my company.
Okay.
So yeah, and before we decide, let's just have a 2 weeks trip to Canada before we kind of decide to the land. So
Okay.
I came to Vancouver in 2005 summertime,
Okay. 20.
and people looks nice and kind. So it'll be a little bit different from the U.S. Because we there's so many Asian population compared
Yeah.
to the U.S. So
Sure.
and I rented a car, and we tried to look at some of the tourist attraction in
Okay.
the area. So I went to I tried to find the Stanley Park.
Ah.
So in that time, we don't have that much Google system in early 2000s. So kind of looking at the map and just try to drive at the same time.
Right.
And, I couldn't find the Stanley Park, so I could pull down the window, and there was a car that just beside me. So I don't know where can I find the Stanley Park, and I think there's a Caucasian. The guy, he said, "Okay, just follow me."
Wow.
So he just led me to Stanley Park entrance. So I was kind of following his vehicle, and when he arrived, he just go his way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's a really kind guy. He never saw me, and I asked about the direction.
Yeah.
He just led me to the entrance. So okay, this is the country I want to live. So
You made up your mind
Yeah.
with that act of kindness.
Yeah,
Which
so-
was important in your growing
yeah,
up.
sure. Because I have no idea what kind of people because Canada is not that popular compared to the Americans in
Right.
Korea. So
Right.
and we don't have that much information about the Canada
Right.
compared to US, because everybody knows about US. And I heard Canadian people are kind and nice, and so that was a kind of first time actually I can experience their kindness.
Okay.
So maybe
It could have gone the
Yeah,
other way.
I
You
know,
might not
yeah.
have experienced that, and then you
maybe
wouldn't
I
be here.
stop by in the Hastings, and oh my God, I'll think about it again. But still, that one kind moment provided by that driver give us a kind of a 100% confidence about, okay, this is the country I want to live.
So what was it like? After that, you made all the arrangements and you moved here.
Yeah, and next year, January, I landed on January in 2006 with 6 or 10 full baggage with my wife and my son and my daughter. In that time, my son was about 13 years old, and my daughter was about 8. Yeah, so, and I was just landed on as a permanent resident.
Okay.
And it takes about 2 or 3 hours to just get through the immigration paper
Sure.
and everything on the airport. And it was a kind of pleasant experience for me. Yeah, it was my English was okay because I studied a couple of years or 3 years in U.S. So I'm the only one who can
Of your
speak
family?
English. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So we settled in Langley. Because since then I never live in any other municipality. I live in the township of Langley. So, and it was really nice too, because I had a small business. I kind of
The trading business.
trading, and also I recruited some English teacher to Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I bring some of the business, and I work, but still I have plenty of time to spend time with my family.
Which
compared
they're
to
happy
Korea.
for.
So that's the reason kind of I came to Canada, and so doesn't have that much pressure compared to Korea, because in Korea the competition is so steep. So everybody wants to be the certain prototype of the people the society expect him to be,
Right.
and they try to be there.
Right.
But in here, you don't have to, just be yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So, I always wear the suit, no matter what, in Korea.
Okay.
But I can wear the shorts and just
Be comfortable.
Yeah, be comfortable. And because the weekday in Korea, when you sketch the kind of downtown or the big city in weekday, everybody wear the suit. Almost everyone. So when you have a kind of a short pants as a training, just my God, then they said, oh my, he must be unemployed. So there was kind of a perception about if you are a certain age, you go to work, and even though you don't have that much important meeting, you kind of accustomed to wear the suit all the time, because there was expectation the society imposed on somebody in maybe 20s and 30s and 40s. So,
There's an English expression:
Yeah.
"Do not judge a book by its cover."
I know. But still,
But Japan is very similar.
Yeah, Japan and
They're
Korea is
very
very similar. Yeah. So
very high pressure.
then I think I cannot say I'm the happiest guy in the world, but I'm really satisfied the life in here. And
What has life looked like for you since that time? What are you involved in now? What's important to you here in Vancouver?
Yeah, because I think that not only reason, but some of the big reason I came to was try to give off the pressure from the community
Right.
to our kids. So I don't have to give the real pressure to my kids. Okay, you have to study, you have to get this kind of grade, and
Right.
my expectation is this high, so you have to follow. You have to live up to my expectation.
Right.
I never say anything. So in Korea, if you high school, you go to church, go to school for 8 hours, and you have another 5 hours after school learning center. You have another tutoring for. So even all day they have to study something.
Right.
But in here, just go to school and 8:30 in the morning and 2:30 go
Finish.
to school, and maybe they can do whatever they want. And so I really like just to relieve some of the pressure they should have
Right.
imposed when they were in Korea. So I'm kind of really happy for them too.
Like a more balanced life.
Just relax a little bit,
Right.
compared to the
Right.
same age with the student in Korea,
Right.
because they got so much pressure from their parents, their school, and
Right.
their peers, and
Right.
all of their peers has to be their competitors.
Right.
So they have to kind of invisible kind of fighting between their friends and peers, and even student teachers. So I just relieved those kind of pressure for my kid was I'm happy for them. So and they went to this university, and my son went to UBC, and my daughter went to SAPU. So
Top 35
Yeah.
school in the world.
yeah. So even though without not only spending, but to give much too much pressure on my kids, they can still go to top university. So
Right.
I'm really happy for them to
What are you doing now? What is your focus?
I'm running the business consulting company.
Consulting company.
Yeah, in here and in Korea as well.
Both. You have an office in both.
Yeah.
And it's still with English teachers or what?
No. It's for the business consulting. So I'm a business consultant. So
Okay.
And I'll try to help the maybe startup company and the mediate company to reach out
okay.
to maybe U.S. market or North American market.
Okay.
So I'm helping and consulting some of the company in Canada and Korea. So that's why I have a little bit of free time during the daytime, because most of my work done in nighttime.
Nighttime,
Yeah,
okay.
because of some of my client companies in Korea.
So somebody in cybersecurity,
Yeah.
Canadian company, wants to work in South Korea.
Yeah.
you would be somebody that could
Yeah,
help
because I have
the
to
steps.
evaluate the company first, and because the Canadian company is a little bit slower to approach a new field, new sector, especially for the IT.
Okay.
And they are more fundamental, company, and it creates more applied, approach with the
Okay.
market.
Is there another market sector that you are having more success in or more movement activity?
It's more is IT focusing.
IT, mostly IT.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the computer company and some of the program and the kind of firewalls and security companies. So, because I majored computer science. So,
You did?
Yeah. So a while ago,
That's
so,
your interest.
yeah.
Ah.
But in general, not only for the IT, because when the Korean company or Japanese company try to approach the Canadian or US market,
Right.
they have to know how they approach with all the different level of government, municipal, provincial, as well. So I try to give a kind of a guideline for how you deal with the government project or
Sure.
private sector. So those kind of things I'm trying to help them then consulting to the company in Korea.
You became Canadian already?
Yeah. So-
When you think of yourself as a Korean Canadian with 20 years or so experience here, what do you think about the country of Canada? What would you say is one good thing and one thing needs to change?
Okay, my assessment about Canada is it's my country.
Okay.
So it's really nice and welcoming.
Okay.
And try to be more inclusive community.
Okay.
And that's kind of a good thing. And they don't want to give too much the pressure to other people.
Okay.
It's about yourself and
Okay.
what I do is right and it is right, and I don't have to feel about, because in Korea there was some expression about the don't lose your face. That
Right.
means when you
Don't
do
lose your
something, they always kind of looking at, okay, if I have this kind of behavior, what other people gonna see me as a good
Okay.
guy or a bad guy?
Okay.
But in Canada, it focuses on yourself. So
You feel you can be yourself.
yeah. And,
Here in Canada
you don't have to think about other people, what they think about you.
Right.
So, but in Korea, it is all about the other people.
Right.
Yeah, because I do something. What my parents think about what I'm doing right now, or my friends, or my
Right.
peers, and the guy who just walked in the Walmart, and what I think about. So they pay more attention to other people than to yourself.
I've spent more time outside of Canada than in. My favorite kind of thought about international community, generally speaking, is great common sense from all over the world. And here you're sharing, which people that were born here or who have lived here a long time forget or don't get to experience the impression that others come when they come here and make Canada better.
Yeah.
So thank you for your contribution to my country and your country.
Yeah, I think one of the reason I choose Canada over U.S. was it's my wife's decision, because I know she go, I go. So this kind of our house rule is if she go, I go. And the U.S. is a great country. There's no doubt of it. I don't have anything against, but as a multiculturalism in Canada is a kind of mosaic compared to the kind of melting pot in U.S. culture. So you don't have to speak perfect English to live in Canada.
Right.
You just keep the government. I think I like to I know some MLAs and some politicians. I ran for the federal.
Oh, you did?
3 years ago, and as a kind of the first, I'm the first generation Korean descendant to be nominated by the major party in our history. So
Wow.
then I feel okay. Any contribution that people made to the community should be overlooked. It doesn't matter, how big, how small, and because there's a community and the society, country
Right.
that Canada is built on.
Right.
So, if I do just some community work, I'm helping some homeless people every Wednesday, and
Oh.
they try to change the term, not the unhoused people.
Oh.
They used to call the homeless people, but they try to change.
It's
the
an
term.
organization downtown?
No, it's in Langley. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm going to go on Monday. My friend is Roman Ansari.
Mm.
He has the Heart Tattoo Society, which is the largest feeding group of hungry people in
Hastings,
Vancouver.
yeah.
Hastings and Columbia, they do every week
yeah.
2 barbecues.
There's so many non-profit organizations
Amazing.
doing.
Amazing
and so,
work. Yeah.
You don't have to criticize the people, no matter.
No.
There was some mental issue, and
Yeah.
there was some hard times. Their life wasn't
Yeah.
not exact same as normal life.
Yeah.
But I think one of the thing was that they tried to criticize first rather than helping them.
Right.
So I tried to spend my time to just help them to just give out some of the daily necessity to the homeless people or less fortunate people.
Yeah.
And not only for the homeless, but there is a lot of seniors live by themselves, and they don't have that much the way to survive. Because I heard last month the food bank has a 2.1 million people depends
Yes.
on their food on table
Yes.
to food bank. That's a record number.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
people say, "Oh my God!" When the usually people say the homeless people and their struggles, and most of people just passing by,
Right.
and do you know what they think?
Right.
Somebody is helping them.
Right. Somebody else will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
nobody
it doesn't
does.
have to be me.
Yeah.
So, but that's not exact, the community one, because
Yeah.
government has their responsibility, and we have some non-profit organization. It's just personal level, and so we need help no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
You don't have to be a millionaire to
Right.
donate some money to some
Right.
non-profit organization.
Right.
It is how you feel about the community we live in, because even though some people always think, oh, okay, homeless people, oh, they had a chance and they have some mental issue or they are drug. No,
We don't know.
we don't know anything about their lives.
No.
We just, assuming, oh
Yeah.
my God, they
Yeah.
should have a chance.
Yeah. Until each of us experience
I
something
know.
hard in our life.
Because I told
Yeah.
there was a warming center. Every winter, it's really extreme cold. Okay, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
Just stay out there for about 3 hours with the -5, -6, not even -25. Just a regular, winter night.
Yeah.
Just experience. Just try to survive. They are doing everything,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, they had a chance." No,
Right.
they are the same human being as we are.
Right.
Because we have to treat them with the dignity.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, because when you have a meeting with the president, what do? Oh, you should wear the
Yeah.
suit and try
Yeah.
to be get the.
Yeah.
But when you have a chance to meet homeless people,
Yeah.
then people will say, "Why?"
Yeah. But there's something. I was raised, brought up as a Christian,
Yeah.
and there's something that when we do it for the least, with a good motive, not
Yeah.
for getting anything back, but because somebody has a need and we have the ability to do something. When we do it for the least,
Yeah.
we do it to Him. It's direct. So I think
I-
what you're saying is, and we can all do something. Every day we get to align somewhere, and this becomes our purpose in life, the real purpose, to give meaning to our life, right?
Because I'm a Christian too, so
Oh, good.
okay. You don't have to do the God's work as a really huge scale.
All right.
Oh, I'm a man of God, and
Yeah.
okay, I will save you.
Strong words.
No, just to try
Show
to
it.
be nice to the
Yeah.
people. Just because when you see the senior members and in our community, and
Yeah.
with someone who has some mobility problems, like they got a wheelchair and
Yeah.
they need a cane to just walk around.
Yeah.
Just try to help them.
Yeah.
To go to
Absolutely.
the cashier a little bit faster, or
Absolutely.
that's the real gospel.
Yeah.
You don't have to preach anything.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You don't have to memorize the Bible.
Why are you doing this? Then you can tell them.
Yeah. Because that's our responsibility, entitled by the God, and try to support your community and try to bring out His word, and just because God loves everyone.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know.
Yeah.
You just tell them, God loves you.
Yeah.
You don't have
true.
to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's a good
after
point.
I did this one, God will do His work.
What's your dream for the future, Michael? What do you want to see happen in your life, in your family life, around you? What's something out there? If everything came together, it could happen.
I just want to have a happy family with and because I don't want to be the famous or big shot or anything. I just want to be myself and get some people's respect. As much I respect other people, and I just want my kids to be a responsible citizen as a Canadian. And my wife's playing piano at the church. So
nice.
So
Beautiful.
those kind of thing was just a small things, and you don't have to be the famous big shot to be a successful life.
Right.
Because the success always depends on how you feel about the life. How you feel comfortable by life being as who you are and where you are and when you are. Because I try to be going somewhere at the right time, at the right moment.
Right.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not easy to when you're putting yourself in a wrong position
Right.
or a wrong time.
Right.
So I always go to church every Sunday. Every Wednesday, I helping the homeless people, and every Monday, I support the Korean War veterans because I'm a president of the Korean Veteran Association. So
Very nice.
we do the all the commemorate the ceremony for the the militaries and veterans. So, and I was really touched by about 3 years ago, and there was during the pandemic. There was a really strict restriction about you are not allowed to meet people.
Right.
So. In that time, we have about 45, Korean War veterans, and I heard about 26 of them is live by themselves.
Wow.
So, I don't think they have any chance to meet anybody during the pandemic restriction. So I bring small gift to then I drive around and visit because I have a list of the address, and I visit about 23. The veterans just live by themselves, or maybe his wife, because their average age is 92. So even though with your wife, it feels like they are living by themselves.
Right.
So, that it's not easy to support each other when you're a certain age.
Right.
So I stop by, just say, just want to bring a small gift for the Christmas. And 8 of them told me, Michael, you are the first they met in the last 6 months.
Wow. Wow.
It kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
They are 89, 90, 91. Okay, I'm the one because I just brought the small gift,
Right.
and they told me I am the first guy they met in 6 months. If they passed away, I don't think anybody is, just keep calling and just
Will
checking.
not know.
Nobody will know.
Wow.
So I spoke with, some of the politicians, and I think they we have so many seniors and more veterans. They live by themselves, unless they live in a care home or because they've been kind of, supervised by other people. But someone living by himself, I think we need to check.
Right.
We need to have some kind of the button
Right.
to for the emergency. So
No one's alone.
yeah. So I try to get any kind of the gadget just in case.
Yeah, emergency.
Yeah. So emergency. So and they are kind of doing some job with the kind of emergency button for when they push.
Yeah.
It just go directly
Goes
to the 911
alert
or something
somebody.
like that. Yeah. So
yeah, alert button.
yeah, I think that way because unless we kind of looking into the their daily life, nobody knows.
Yeah.
They say, okay, we have Korean War veterans and World War
Right.
II veterans, and they are over 90s, and I'm not so sure government has the data to. Some of them is they live by themselves, or they live there
Right.
with their children.
Yeah.
So we have to know.
Who
You have to find
needs
out,
that?
who need this kind of emergency, the contact information. So those kind of things I'm really, because I think the Canada government doing well for the supporting seniors, but still a long way.
Lastly,
Yeah.
some words of wisdom for people out there from your amazing life, and you have many more, I think, adventures that are going to happen in the future. You obviously are a man of action. When you see a need, you try to do something about it yourself. You try to engage others that you know, like this last situation.
Yeah.
What is a word or two of wisdom from your life that you would like the right person somewhere to hear, to know?
I always, tell people the respect is not given, it's earned, and kindness is free.
Wow. Thank you, Michael. This is a new friend, Michael Chang, from South Korea, but he's been a Canadian almost 20 years.
Yeah, 18 years.
18.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was just now to interview a delightful man, a new friend, Michael Chang. First time we're meeting, but I've seen him at events, and I know he's connected to wonderful people that I am friends already with, and I'm sure you were challenged and inspired by this interview.